How's it going, guys? It's Real Radman here, back at it again with another video. And today I want to talk to you guys about why Dwyane Wade left the Miami Heat. So, people think there's this story to me is so fascinating. As a Miami Heat fan, a long life Heat lifer, and it's just so fascinating what's about to happen. I'm gonna make a separate video on the Chris Bosh situation, actually, because that's another crazy situation that will be playing out here over the next coming months, and I want to make a separate video on that. Today I just want to focus on the Dwyane Wade situation and why he left Miami. So I'm going to start from the beginning, not the beginning of his career obviously, but the beginning of last year's free agency. For those of you that aren't really Miami Heat fans, you guys don't really know how our organization kind of works. Pat Riley's the head of everything. Pat Riley runs the entire organization. He's the one that makes the decisions. Now, back in 2015, Pat Riley signed Dwyane Wade to a one-year, $20 million deal because Pat Riley wanted the flexibility to go after Kevin Durant. That's what he always does. It's what he goes after. He goes after the big, as he said, whale in free agency. He did it with LeBron. He does it every single year, trying to go after the big superstar. So he's going to put all of his eggs into one basket for Kevin Durant. And Dwyane Wade understood that and was hoping he would get paid and be taken care of the year after. But that's where it kind of got confusing, because if you do land Kevin Durant, then you're not going to get taken care of. If you don't land Kevin Durant, then a lot of situations I don't think they thought about heading into 2016. 2016 comes around. Dwyane Wade has a great season, plays 74 games, averaged around 19 points per game. Fantastic season for him at his age. And Pat Riley, I believe, in my opinion, had a change of heart and he knew that with Dwyane Wade, they wouldn't win a championship unless they had Kevin Durant on the team as well. So what Pat Riley did is he went all in for Kevin Durant after getting Whiteside to commit to taking a pay cut. So Whiteside was going to take a pay cut with if Kevin Durant got on the team. But let's get into Pat Riley missing on Durant, and now you have to take care of Wade. So the salary cap situation was that Miami had around $19.1 million left to re-sign Dwyane Wade without going over the cap. If you want to round that up to 20, with all these little intricate deals in the salary cap, you can get him a $20 million deal. Now, they could have looked at trying to trade away Josh McRoberts, because he takes up about $5 million in the cap, and that reaches it to $25 million, which was Wade's number of what he wanted. Now, with the Chris Bosh situation, Josh McRoberts actually becomes more valuable. And the new salary cap with these players getting paid over $10 million all the time, McRoberts on a $5 million deal is actually pretty valuable. And for a position where you don't know if you're going to need him or not because of depth issues with Bosh, McRoberts is someone you don't want to trade, honestly. Pat Riley goes into the meetings with Wade, and Wade wants $25 million for 2 years, or he wants $20 million for 3 years. Now, all of this could have been rectified last year if Riley actually gave what Dwyane Wade wanted, which was 3 years, $50 million. So you would actually be paying $10 million less over 3 years for Wade if you would have just done it that way, if you were just given what he wants last year. But Riley, with wanting that flexibility to get Kevin Durant, went with the 1 year deal. Wade wanted 2 year 50 or 3 year 60, and Riley wouldn't give it to him. But this is where it all changed. Back when all of us were sitting, Wade's gonna resign, we never actually understood Pat Riley's motives at that moment. So like July 4th, July 5th, July 6th, we didn't really know what was going on. We were thinking Dwyane Wade might take more money to go somewhere else, or Miami isn't going to pay him. That's what we were thinking. But in reality, Dwyane Wade was never going to leave. Dwyane Wade wanted to come back to Miami. He was right there waiting for Miami to make him feel like a priority. It's a lot about ego. This whole story, it's so fascinating because it's all about egos and the disease of me, as a lot of people say, where it's just me, and Pat Riley has his own version of disease of me, and Dwyane Wade has his own version of disease of me. And this relationship, this great marriage that brought 3 championships together, was coming to an end, and no one really saw it because it was all being spun by the PR and by the Miami Heat and by Pat Riley. This is where it became understood that Pat Riley did not want Dwyane Wade. And he didn't want him for 2 year $40 million. He didn't want him for 2 year $30 million. Pat Riley wanted Dwyane Wade to leave, but he didn't want to be the one that went to Wade and said, we just don't want you. So the Miami Heat organization used Dan Le Batard and used the media to actually put a spin on it as to where it looks like Dwyane Wade walked. That's what it looks like. It looks like Dwyane Wade took the more money, 2-year, $47 million in Chicago, and he walked away from Miami. But in reality, Dwyane Wade never, ever wanted to leave. So the day before, the afternoon before he made his decision, he was actually in New York meeting with teams, and he met with Mickey Arison. And the notion that was coming out of that meeting was Dwyane Wade went into the meeting wanting to be swayed. He wanted to be persuaded. He wanted to feel the love from the Miami Heat organization and say, we really want you back. You know, here's your 3-year $50 million or 3-year $60 million deal, or even 2-year $45 probably would have gotten it done as well. But Wade vents his frustration to Mickey Arison, and Mickey Arison has this kind of nonchalant, chill, cool way about him, you know, spending his life on cruises. He just looks like a cool guy, very nice guy. And Mickey Arison just said, listen, Dwyane, we understand your frustrations, but this is the deal. It's 2-year, $40 million. Take it or leave it. And that was it. It was so cold-blooded, so harsh. And at that moment, us as the fans, being on the outside, we could actually feel what Dwyane Wade was feeling. He wanted to be back, and he was being denied without being actually told that the Miami Heat did not want him back. So that must have been really hard for Dwyane, because he pretty much got kicked out of his own house. I will say this until 2, 3, 4, 10 years from now. Dwyane Wade never wanted to leave Miami. He never did. It was that he was forced out. And because of that, I'm gonna put a number up on here. This is the salary cap situation for the Miami Heat, and this explains Pat Riley's reasoning. So you guys see there's only 5 players under contract right now. It's Winslow, Richardson, Dragic, Whiteside, actually 6 players. McRoberts, Whiteside, Bosch. Those are the 6 players. They have around, we add the D-League players and a couple of other guys, you're probably going to have $55 million this year, $50 million this year. That's what it's going to be at. So Miami's going to have around $55 million of cap space going into 2017. If you put Dwyane Wade in that spot, it takes up another huge chunk of the salary cap. It would take up another... Miami would basically have Miami would have about around $8 million to spend heading into the 2017 free agency. You can't get anyone. There's no one to get. So Pat Riley understood this, and he saw that if he signs Wade, he's going to be stuck with Wade, Bosch, and Whiteside, and Dragic maybe. But you could trade Dragic, but you wouldn't really get anything back, because even if you trade Dragic for Westbrook, you actually still can't afford Westbrook on a max contract, because Dragic takes up around $20 million and Westbrook would take up 30 plus, and that still would not be enough to actually fit under the cap space. Riley sees this, and cold-blooded as he is, he let Wade walk. And I'm going to get into it. I don't want this video to be extended too long. I'm going to get into the Chris Bosh situation actually in another video that I will probably upload tomorrow, and I'm going to explain what's going to happen there, because guys, I'm telling you, we're going to be in for something drama wise. We're going to be in for something kind of just absolutely crazy coming into this next NBA season, with what's going to happen with Chris Bosh and the Miami Heat, the players union, and Adam Silver might have to step in. This can get really ugly, because it's part of Riley's plan to rebuild the Miami Heat to make them championship contenders, and it all falls with cap space. That's what it all comes to. So yeah, guys, that is why Dwyane Wade left the Miami Heat. I feel bad for him, honestly. He didn't want to leave, but he was kind of forced to, and yet again, it is a business, and sometimes business always trumps loyalty, and egos always trump that as well. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button as well for more content that is coming up in the future. Still waiting for August to make my career series for the racing game. So still waiting on that. So right now we're talking about the NBA. But yeah, guys, until then, I will see you later. Have a great day, and peace out.